want to say it, so I'm going to say it. Women with multiple baby daddies is a red flag. And this is why I say that. You trying to tell me, now if you have 2 to 3 kids or even 4 kids by one guy, that let me know that you really felt strong about this person, and that you really love this person, and that y'all really had a future together in your mind. So you thought. Sometimes things don't work out, and that's understandable. Or maybe he passed. That's also understandable. But you trying to tell me you got 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, 5 kids, by 2, 3, 4, 5 dudes? You trying to sit here and tell me that you have made the same mistake over and over?
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got something pretty good, man. We got a brother, man, dropping some gems, right? Dropping some gems. And I know it's something that, a lot of people know, right? A lot of people know. However, we have most of your sisters, right, still pushing, hey, well, it's my life. I can do as I please. I can sleep with whoever I want, right? And that's what your second and third wave feminism fought for, right? To allow women to pretty much sleep and screw whoever they want to screw, and there should be no consequences. There should be no judgment or whatever. And hey, if that's the type of lifestyle you want to live, then go ahead. But see, here is the issue. The issue comes when, once again, you sit over here and you try to force men to accept that type of behavior because, hey, you're young, you're free, you can do whatever you want to do, you're a woman, right? But the issue comes down when you hit your 30s, right? When you sit over here and have tons and tons and tons of kids, it's the effects, right? It's the effects of being able to do what you want to do, to be able to sleep with whoever you want to sleep with, to be able to do whatever you want to do as a woman, knowing that goes against the codes of being a woman, especially at the HBCUs where a lot of your sisters just want to do what they want to do. And you're just like, I mean, damn, sis, like, you're too beautiful, you're too smart to sit over here, man, and just squander your youth like this. Because here's the thing, I saw a few sisters, man, that were beautiful, right? They look like they were great women. But guess what they're doing? They're out here dating, right? And I'm just like, how are you out here dating? You already have a child. What happened to the man that you had a child with? But usually when you bring that up to them, they will get offended. They will catch, an attitude. And of course, that's not really something you should bring up. I mean, around, at least on campus or whatever, because now they're going to be like, I mean, hey, look, why are you trying to tell me something that people already told me that I already knew? But hey, I don't care about life, so I'm going to do it anyway. Right? Why are you trying to tell me something that I already know? But the thing is, if they already knew, they wouldn't be in that position. But once again, that is coming from your women who are saying, hey, well, you know what? I want to live my life the way I want. And then when they hit their 30s, when they get, ran through, when they have too many children, or when they're just busted goods, they then want to look at men and say, you're insecure for looking at their past. Hey, well, you know what? Now I want to settle down. Now I want to go ahead and get a man. And it's like, when you have all of these baby fathers, right? When you have all of these baby fathers, your chances decrease. But the fact that you have women today who still sit over here and say that you are still just as valuable as you were without kids and when you were in your 20s it's just a lie, man, that needs to stop. And it pisses me off because, once again, in today's society, these women try to force you to accept this kind of behavior. These women will force you or try to guilt trip you, right? Call you insecure when you bring up the body count. Call you insecure when you sit over here and say, well, damn, your past, man, is like, what in the world? I mean, drug dealer after drug dealer. I mean, I see the type of woman that you are. And now all of a sudden you want these men who worked the whole life, who were rejected by these same women. Now they want to sit over here. Oh, well, you know what? Let me go ahead and be serious with this guy. Like I said, I literally have one of my old homeboys, right, who is married to he's married to this woman now who slept around with numerous of football players. Slept around with numerous of football players, sat over here and slurped up one of our homeboys, right? One of our homeboys he knew, and he still cuffed her up. Word got out what she did, and I mean, she's sitting over here denying it to this guy, and this guy is so delusional, he just like, man, hey, it is what it is. Somehow, some way, she found an imp to sit over here and accept all her past, accept her past behavior. And women will see this. Women will see this, and women will get upset and say, well, you know what? Why do you think that way about women? Well, because this is what y'all present.
a part of your plethora of mistakes that you made in your life? No. Fuck no. It ain't going like that. I'm sorry, but I mean, we're not supposed to judge in this world. But if I see you continually make the same mistake over and over again, I'm sorry, it's probably a you problem. It isn't them. You're the problem.
As he said, I can understand usually the first child that you have with that man, hey, you thought this man was going to be the world, you thought the man was going to be a protector. You thought this relationship was going to work. That's what you thought. You thought that, hey, if I have this man's kid, relationship is going to go well, yada, yada, yada. You generally give the first kid a pass. Still has a little sting, but you generally give it a pass. But as he said, after the second one, the third one, and this is all your women, man, who said, hey, look, I want to live my life the way I want to. Hey, why are you so insecure about my past? Hey, why are you so this? Why are you so that? All of these women, right? All of these women, man, end up becoming these type of women where they have multiple baby fathers, where they ran through, right? And once again, they try to force men to accept that type of behavior. Your prime example is Amber Rose and her little walk that she had some years back, right? Where women are saying, hey, well, listen, I can do what I want to do and you have to accept it and you should not be shaming me for it. Once again, forcing you. But then fast forward, right? They want you to excuse all of those red flags just to jump into the relationship. And hey, well, you know what, man, listen, I love you. You're my boyfriend. Hey, man, listen, yeah, I was out here doing my thing. But once I get into a relationship, like, I hate women who do stuff like this, where they'll sit over here, they force you to accept it. Hey, and then guess what? When you sit over here, let's just say you do have some imp, right? Because I know plenty of them where they sit over here and entertain these women and say, you know what? I want to actually take you seriously, right? These women will say, hey, well, you know what? You're right. Hey, look, babe, you don't have to worry about what I do outside of there, right? You don't have to worry about what I do because at the end of the day, I'm faithful to you. At the end of the day, you are my man. Forget those red flags. Forget my past. My past has nothing to do right now, babe. Then you get into the relationship with this woman. She end up cheating on you. She ends up, putting herself all out on Instagram. There's no respect. There's no respect. So once again, when you sit over here and you see these type of women who have this kind of mindset, who want to have this open type mindset, there will always be red flags. It's an indicator that these people are not disciplined, that these people do not have a disciplined mindset. The cause and effect. The cause, you want to go out here, you want to look good, you want to be able to experience life to the fullest. You only got one life, so you want to be able to sleep and experience every single man that you want to experience. The effect is that, guess what? Hey, you were able to enjoy that, but now men know you on the internet for being the woman that was out here giving it up. Men knew your past. Men knew how active you were in high school and college, right? They look at your Instagram, they see how active you are, right? So it's going to be hard for you to get the man that you want, right? It's hard to get the man that you want. And these will be the same women who know they can't get the man that they want after they did everything that they did and try to force men to accept that. Now they're sitting over here, well, you know what man can I settle for now, right? And this is where they end up selling for some of these imps. And you have these blue pill guys where they defend these women and yada, yada, yada. So these women have a restored sense of confidence now. Well, you know what? Hey, I can do everything I want. And, I still got my man to sit over here and support me because he loved me. He know. And I'm like, bro, wait, you just be like, what in the world is going on here? You give these women, a sense of hope that, hey, well, you know what? I think, I can actually do what I want to do and there still be a knight in shining armor out there. So, of course, you're going to have some of these imps that make these red flags null and void because, once again, it's just like, these women are not going to learn from their mistakes. These women are not going to learn, especially when you have these blue pill guys who sit over here and put these women on a pedestal. So these women do not have incentive to be better, to do right. Generally, the only thing, man, that makes these women, man, actually take life seriously is time, right? It is time, or is jumping on it at a very young age. So that's where your fathers become very important, right? Your fathers are very important. But when you have women who swear up and down that they don't need a man, that they can take care of kids by themselves, that's where you end up getting situations like this. That's where you end up getting videos like this. That's where you end up getting guys saying, why would you want to deal with these type of women? And then women sit over here and say, well, you must be disparaging us. You must be putting us down. Nobody's putting it all down. Once again, when a man have standards, it's always putting somebody down. So I don't know, guys. Look, y'all let me know down below, man. How do y'all feel about it, man? How do y'all feel about it? Do y'all hate, man, women who sit over here and force y'all to accept their behavior at stage 1, but then by the time they hit the 20, 28, 29, 30s with a couple of kids, or they already been ran through, then guilt trip you for not wanting to date them or try them out just for the simple fact of what their past is like? Don't y'all men hate that? Don't y'all men hate that? They're trying to guilt trip you. They're trying to gaslight you. They say you have a shrimp just because, hey, well, you know what? I can't do what you did in your past. They call you insecure because, hey, well, you know what? I saw what you were doing in the past. There's no way I can keep up with that. I'm sorry. You were able to live your life the way you wanted to. These women who are very young, man, who deal with these sugar daddies or whatever, they're sitting over here going out of town at the age of 20 years of age, traveling the world. And then you have a guy who is working his way up, and he is not going to be able to travel the world until he is his 30s. Then you have a woman who is in her 20s who has already experienced all of that. So by the time she hits her 30s, then guess what? She's going to want to settle down after she extracted everything she can out of her youth and out of those men. Now she wants to settle down with a guy who worked his way up. And it's like, pretty much these women pretty much get a free ride their whole life. And it's just sad, you know, and us as men, we need to, once again, be very careful on who you deal with and use discernment. I get it. She might have some big tits. She might have big ass. But at the end of the day, man, you have to use your discernment, man, and understand a lot of these women, man, are only here for a good time, not a long time. Do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, leave me a subscribe.